What's up, guys? Barry Game here, back with some more Idle Heroes news for October 21st, 2023. And as you guys know, next week is the Heroic Summon event. It is also the special, Halloween event, which should be pretty spicy. And we have the actual look of the new Gagi Transcendence hero, which is going to be called Chaos Bound Spirit. It's interesting. So he actually loses the companion that he has right now, it seems like, and he gets a different one because it's like corrupted or something. I don't know. Let's take a look. Let's see what's going on with this hero and talk about his design and what we can expect from him. So here we go. First, the English information that we have. Of course, this is called Chaos Bound Spirit Gagi right here. Interesting look. We have a full image file for you guys to take a look at a little bit later. You can see like the progression, the art design. It says Gagi was initially a god-chosen child, but a mishap occurred during a ritual and Gagi's rage called the Black Colossus and forged a contract with that creature. So that's what this guy looks like right here is. So it's different than his original one. So in this character design, the entirety is a mix of the Dark Colossus and a young child, where the tiny boy pulls energy from the Colossus's body while also nourishing the Colossus with his wrath. So he's very rageful, it sounds like. The bull's head represents strength and self-discipline. My guess is they mean that right there, representing the human desire and control for wealth, power, life, and death. Gagi, as a child, cannot control his fate of being sacrificed, so we designed the Dark Colossus using the bull's head as a prototype, and the Minotaur helped him give him strength and allowed him to gain control of his destiny. So that's interesting. Let's take a look at the translations here from I almost said Japanese, but Chinese. So let's take a look. We got here, it says he stood at the stage of a ceremony in much confusion, holding a magic weapon that he didn't recognize in his hand. The audience that was surrounding him, or the audience of priests that were surrounding him, were chanting obscure words, and all he could do was follow the host's prompts, repeating the same words over and over. In an instant, a strange force enveloped the altar as if something was coming. It was at that moment that Gagi saw clearly the true face of the thing that was to come. This time, the ceremony went as smoothly as before, but just as everyone was relieved, the usual miracle from the Heavenly Father did not appear on the altar. Instead, there was a tall black Colossus and the back of the Colossus, and he was on the back of the Colossus. The one looking at them with angry eyes was the boy that was just now standing there, and at this moment he also had a new name, which again they're using the name Chaos Bound Spirit. Interesting. The design works portion, this is probably going to be pretty similar. He was originally a child chosen by God, but something happened during this ceremony. His anger summoned a black Colossus, and he established a contract with this creature. Therefore, in terms of, as far as the character design and overall combination, was going to be the Minotaur and boy. The little boy draws energy from the body of the Colossus, while the Colossus is nourished by his anger and fury. It says in tarot cards, the bull's head represents strength and self-discipline and represents the human being's desire to control wealth, power, life, and death. As a child, Gagi could not control his own fate of being sacrificed, so we use the bull's head as a prototype. This part seems pretty much all the same. What we also have is an absolutely amazing looking design. I wish they would have changed him up a little bit. Like, you can see a better look at this black Minotaur Colossus thing. Look at the size of his hand. I know it's supposed to be like it's coming at you, so it's bigger. But one of the few heroes that doesn't skip, or creature that doesn't skip leg day in Idle Heroes either. I like the color design. I don't know. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Is this the final design? Yes, it is. It should be the final design. Usually it is, although a lot of times Transcendence heroes don't have multiple different versions really that look different. He looks really cool, and he actually is like one of the few heroes when they become Transcendence, they don't change as much as other heroes seem to do. But he does look pretty cool. What can we expect from him though? So as you can see here, we have the original Gagi here, a different type of creature that he is on top of. Actually, I don't even remember. I don't remember what the creature's name or anything was, but this hero does seem promising overall, I think. Number one, it's a warrior, and we know warriors that are Transcendence heroes are the best of the best. Lord of Fear Aspen, Star Swordsman Machman, Doom Terminator Vulcan, Hyperspace Hunter Ilamok. Asmodel, nah, I mean, he can still do some stuff, but warriors are typically built strong in this game. And when we take a look at his normal attacks, the way that he works with these volcanic bombs, I do think he's going to have some really cool burn type abilities, which we could use another really good dot damage dealers to maybe pair with like G-Stir PvP teams or something like that, which would be cool. I really hated the fact that he only hit like frontline enemies though. I feel like the Transcendence version will be able to do a lot more than that. I also feel like if he can put out a bunch of different volcanic bombs, especially with his like sublimations and everything, that could be really cool. I hope we see volcanic bombs returning because it's a really cool effect. It's just regular Gagi doesn't do a good enough job of really exploiting these. I really like heroes that have this type of damage ability where it's a huge percentage, but it's divided among the surviving enemies. So if there's 6 enemies, then well, it's only going to be 500% a piece, which isn't bad. But as you whittle down the battlefield and there's only one target left, other AoE abilities would just be wasted because you're just hitting one target. It's still going to do the same damage, whereas abilities like this scale for the number of enemies in a good way. When they get less and less, you do even more damage to a single target. I kind of like it. We need, again, more burn heroes in my opinion. It's crazy how his passive is so much longer than his active skill, but his active skill is pretty solid as well, so long as it can hit more than just frontline enemies, and so long as more bombs can be placed out on the battlefield. I'm pretty optimistic about this. The other thing is, of course, as you guys know, you can even see in the event preview, Ghostly Carnival. I don't know if we're going to get any early information today or tomorrow. I did not notice anything posted just yet. So if we are going to get any info, it might be tomorrow. Otherwise, we'll have to wait probably to like a Tuesday spoiler. Most likely we'll get a skill card Tuesday or Wednesday, and then we'll get the event info on Thursday to see if it's really worth going after. So let me know what you guys think about the hero. Overall, I think the hero looks absolutely amazing. I'll chuck him up here on screen one more time for you guys because he does look really, really cool. He looks like a badass. Hopefully he is a badass, and I'll see you guys next time.